This is the scene then at the Willows, Salford, for today's league encounter, Salford versus Wigan. And we can see the Wigan players doing their pre-match warm-up. This is a new thing that coach John Money is putting into the team this year. The warm-up before the game, stretching those muscles in preparation for today's league encounter. And of course it was last year that Salford beat Wigan at the Willows, and today I'm sure Wigan will want to gain revenge for last year's defeat. The team used today then, Joe Lydon switches onto the right wing for Dean Bell to come into the centre, and they're back at number 8. Welcome news for Wigan fans. Adrian Shelford, who starts his first game of the season. Otherwise the team unchanged from the game against Leigh on Wednesday. On the Salford side, Steve Gibson, a danger at fullback there, the Australian who's had successful 2 seasons here at Salford. And in the pack, Ian Sherritt, number 8, and Mick Worrell, number 10, 2 former Oldham players, who I'm sure will be a strong force in the Salford team today. Referee Robin Whitfield then just preparing himself for today's game. Joe Lydon it is who will kick off, signals to the touch judges. We start what is Wigan's 3rd league game here at the Willows. Steve Gibson, the Australian, and a very elusive runner, links with Steve Kerry, but Peter Williams, well tackled there by Dean Bell. Peter Williams, of course, with the Wigan connections. He's former Oral Rugby Union player and international forward. And Mick Worrell playing at number 10, normally a second row forward. But there, no signs of any injury to Adrian Shelford, as he and Nicky Kiss come very quickly into the tackle. So Steve Kerry putting that ball high, testing Steve Hampson's son, but Steve Hampson took it well and links well. That looked a high tackle there from Andy Mercer, and Steve Hampson unusually losing that possession. Worrell in again quickly, Byrne goes high. So Salford, who are used to expansive game of rugby, will be a test for Wigan today. Just outside the Wigan 22. Ian Gormley trying to drive forward, trying to get through. Too many blue and white jerseys there from Wigan. So it looked as if it's obstruction. It is indeed. Robin Whitfield very quick to spot it. Ian Blease was going to take that ball on the burst, but a little bit of mistiming there from the Salford team, and a penalty to Wigan. Joe Lydon will put the ball into touch on that left-hand side. Certainly a good crowd here today. A lot of Wigan supporters travel the distance along the East Lancashire Road. Andy Gregory out at 1 now, organising the play for the first set move. Dennis Betts on the burst. Good tackle from Salford there, good defence. And it will be a wearing down process. Well, that's a high tackle by David Kayers on Andy Goodway. Certainly some very aggressive play. With Kevin Iro getting involved, Robin Whitfield not having any nonsense though. And a little bit of indiscipline there, but certainly there was high tackling on Andrew Goodway. David Kayers initially went high. Last year's game was ill-tempered. Let's hope that this doesn't boil over this time. Now Robin is having a word with Andrew Gregory, and it looks as if Andrew Gregory is having a word with Robin Whitfield as well. But there's no doubt who's come out on top here, and that's the referee. He wants a well-disciplined game. Salford have the penalty. Sherritt, a drive forward, 2 out there. And certainly some bite in this game. Second drive, Mick Worrell, centre of the field. Now the chance of a switch of play if they want it. They're in the middle of the field. They want a penalty to Shelford, so certainly Robin Whitfield not having any nonsense. He's saying that Adrian Shelford was interfering at the play of the ball. Dean Bell getting the clarification. It's going to be a kick at goal for Salford by Steve Kerry. Well, Steve Kerry, who had a successful introduction to rugby league last season, a very proficient goal kicker. Right-footed kick. He's kicked it well. It's 2 points. So Salford are in the lead here at the Willows by the 2 points from that penalty. So Joe Lydon restarts and pushes that ball, bounces over David Cairns' head. It's a fairly firm pitch here, as you'd expect. A lot of grass, and look, the ground looks in excellent condition. And just right for fluid, open rugby. Well, Mick Worrell's looking fairly fit and fresh. He's been involved in 1 or 2 forays straight away, driving into the opposition. Peter Williams, left-footed, testing Steve Hampson. The red line defence there up very quickly, and that's another obstruction. And Braga really getting involved with Steve Hampson, but Steve Hampson having no problem there, and everything under control. And that's another penalty. Obviously, somebody didn't like that decision on the Salford side. And he's going to have a word with Ian Braga on that right-hand side. And he's explaining the rules to the centre, who was only on the field a short time last season after a very heavy tackle from Dean Bell. So a chance for Wigan now to set their move in motion. Shelford drifting across and almost straightens up. Big powerful run from the number 8. Penalty to Wigan. It must be. It is indeed. The penalty is to Wigan. It was Ian Sherrod who had a shy at Adrian Shelford, and David Cairns comes across, the captain of Salford. Sherrod is saying that it wasn't his fault. Robin Whitfield has got other ideas. It's going to be a penalty for Wigan and a chance for Joe Lydon to draw back those 2 points. Joe Lydon, right-footed, strokes it, and he's missed the fairly simple kick. So Mick Worrell with the left-footed dropout pushes it way downfield, right to the opposing 22. Steve Hampson links with Kevin Iro. Kevin loves to be involved in the action. Doesn't like being starved at all, but he's lost it there. A chance on that right wing. Kerry and Hadley. Good cover from Dean Bell. But the ball has come back inside, and Tex Evans powers his way forward. It was Evans who scored a try, of course, in last year's Lancashire Cup final. Andy Mercer trying to go on his own. Salford piling up the pressure now. The wide ball there. Gormley tries to step inside Kevin Iro, but no problem for the big centre. See Gibson trying to find the grape, a little kick through. And Mark Preston picks the ball up as Steve Gibson, looking dangerous, slips through. Preston got pace, but too much. And Salford have forced the error again to Wigan. 3 times then Salford have enforced that error. Wigan lost possession, and that's certainly an unusual factor with this Wigan side. And a good way, a good strong drive from acting halfback. Couldn't quite link with Andy Platt. Penalty for offside at the play of the ball. It's Ian Braga again, who's incurred the wrath of the referee. Shelford the drive again. Good poor from Mark Preston. But the set move is wide out this side. as Nicky puts the ball on to Andy Platt. First touch of the ball there for Ian Gildart, running wide. Judd Byrne, former Salford player, of course, trying to find the gap. So the pressure's still on now as Gregory tries the variation, kicks through. The referee says there was no obstruction, and Gibson is in space. He's so dangerous in the loose, deceptively quick, long striding. Peter Williams stepping inside, but no way forward as Wigan cover. So the game certainly started off with a bang in this first 10 minutes of play. Lees plays it forward to himself. Iro has to cover as the tacklers were behind the play the ball. Steve Kerry, right-footed, testing Mark Preston, and that's a fine kick from the Salford number 6, the former rugby union counterpart of the same area, Preston Grasshoppers, and of course it was Mark Preston who played at Fylde, so they'll be used to one another's play. Well, there has been a bit of eruption between the two number 8s, but that scrimmage seemed to be fairly well controlled, and Wigan have won it. And Byrne pushes off Kerry and makes the break. Just held there by Ian Bragger. So a fine break from the 6. Gregory looking for the gap and finding it. Great ball to Andy Goodway. Class play from the Great Britain number 7. No overlap on this side. Betts has to make the best of it himself, and Kerry, who doesn't look that strong in the tackle, manages to hang on. Andy Platt is another strong runner from the number 10. Byrne looking for the dummy run around and trying to link. It's gone backwards, and Andy Goodway plays some football. But David Cairns picks that ball up. Bell came in well and really cut out the pass. Well, certainly the pace, no let up here. It's fast and furious, and both sides moving the ball wide, getting through several pairs of hands. A definite improvement in fitness standards is shown already this season, with players capable of maintaining a high pressure game for the full 80 minutes. First attempted break from Mark Moran, good tackle from Kevin Iro. Well, that's a fine kick, just eluding Steve Hampson. So Gregory feeding the scrummage and winning the ball well. Again, Byrne beats Kerry, and Hampson gets it out. There's an overlap on the left-hand side. Preston in space. Can he get past Hadley? Hadley covers well. So Steve Hadley, who had a fairly quiet start, had covered superbly across there. A great tackle on Mark Preston, stopping the young winger from scoring yet again. It looks as if Salford have got possession from the scrimmage. The scrum had collapsed, but they have possession, and it's a wide move, missing out Gibson. Dean Bell, no problem. And certainly Ian Bragger having a bit of an onslaught with Dean Bell, but the penalty, Robbie Whitfield said, is for offside. Left-footed by Peter Williams, hits the high-level stand. So Wigan have made the breaks. Salford really hardly breaking this Wigan defensive line, even though they've had the monopoly of possession. But Wigan unable to finish it off so far. Complicated switch move on the short side, but Kevin Iro cut out the pass, or the line of the pass, and Kerry had to double back inside. So no way forward for the Red Devils. And Williams well met there by Andrew Goodway. That was a fine tackle from the loose forward. Braga puts the little ball up the field, that's in touch. Scrum down, the scrummagers have gone all with the head, so it's odds on that Wigan will win this one. Well, that was a good drive from Salford, but the scrum collapsed. Byrne, who's broken twice against Kerry, and almost pushes him off then, but Ian Blease came in over the top there on his former teammate. Steve Hampson dummying and going on his own, and getting under the tackle of Braga, and getting out quickly and linking superbly. Well, good tackle from Hadley. He's made two fine tackles in the last couple of minutes. Here's Shelford driving strongly. The powerful international prop forward, showing the form that made him such a great hit last season with the Wigan fans. Well, as Andy Platt got that ball out to Dennis Betts, it was odds on that Dennis would have gone a long way, but unfortunately lost it. Overlap on that side. This time it's Kerry's turn to get rid of Bell, but there's another knock on. And Wigan, in the form of Jed Byrne, picking it up. So a bit of a let off there, because that was an overlap. But there's another penalty. Robin Whitfield very keen on this play the ball situation. Offside, says the referee. Now a safe, sure kick from Joe Lydon. Adrian Shelford taking the dummy. Preston runs across field, tries to find the gap, but no way forward. Here's the complicated move. Steve Hampson in the line. Kevin Iro on his own, but well looked after by Peter Williams. Well, the flat line there, as Wigan had moved that ball out to the right-hand side. So Gildart settles things down. Now the move with Gregory. Gregory finds the gap. Just Mick Worrell just getting hold of the scrum half shirt. The Platt drives it up. Scorer of that superb try against Leon Wednesday. Gregory links, but no way forward. Shelford kicks it through. Has been played by Salford. It has indeed. It's back to one. So a chance for Wigan to build up the pressure. Dean Bell, the captain, says, settle things down, lads. We've got another 5 tackles to go. A chance for Wigan to settle it in, soak up some of the energy. It takes a lot of energy in doing the tackling, and certainly Wigan driving those two in, that will take some energy out of the... Kevin Iro is going to go over. No, it's been dropped. Lydon fumbles as the ball goes over. Play on, says the referee. Good decision from Robin Whitfield. Advantage to Salford there, but they're still just 5 metres from their own line. And this Wigan defence has held good in all of this first 20 minutes of the game. And no way forward. Certainly Salford don't seem capable of breaking through this strong Wigan defence. Gibson drifting across, trying to find a gap, and he's lost possession, and Andy Goodway picks it up. He's on his own. Another chance now for Wigan to build up the pressure and get over this line for that elusive try. Bestie's going to score. Fine try from the young second row forward. First try for Wigan. It was Andrew Goodway who latched onto that loose ball, and from the play of the ball, just a little dummy. And Dennis Betts, who, as he said to us earlier in the season, has trained very hard in the close season, showing the power and strength of the Great Britain under-21 international. Beautiful try for the young second row forward. Lydon kicks the 2 points, so 6-2 in Wigan's favour. Steve Kerry then, right-footed, kicks off. Gregory links with Dean Bell. Almost a break there for Dean Bell. Sherritt just hanging on. And Bell plays the ball to himself. Good, strong running from the Wigan captain. So 3 drives and 20 yards gain. Now up to the halfway line as Dennis Betts takes over acting halfback. Gregory linking with Shelford, the inside ball. So the last tackle, and Gregory will kick. Push it upfield, that's going to bounce into touch in the corner. What a fine kick from Andrew Gregory. That must have been just inches from the corner flag. And it's going to be a scrum down. Steve Gibson didn't think that ball went over the touchline in the field of play, but it's not his decision. Salford win the scrimmage, and Steve Hampson very quickly up on his opposite number, and the ball has been lost, but that's a penalty. The referee saying that the ball was taken off Steve Gibson as he was on the floor, which is illegal, of course, rather than the fact that he lost the ball in the tackle. So the dummy to Mick Worrell, Ian Sherritt taking the drive 2 out, and he's lost the ball. That's all right. This Dennis Betts in space, but he's tried to get the ball away in the tackle, and he's lost it. So perhaps far too many mistakes being made by both sides. So perhaps just a little bit too adventurous there, as Dennis Betts shot through that gap. The play just inside the Salford 22, and that's where Wigan will want to keep Salford. Worrell, who's got quite a bit of pace for a number 10, but no support there. Andy Mercer driving forward on the last tackle now, so it'll be back to Peter Williams or Steve Kerry. And Williams it is, on his own, left-footed. Steve Hampson covering well. Dumming and trying to break through Steve Kerry, but Adrian Handley lends support. Kevin Iro on his way. Kerry hanging on, pushes the number 6 off, pushes a couple of forwards off, and Kerry again. It's a little bit like a punch bag here as he treats the Salford side, pushing that big strong arm. A mistimed pass then, and Andy Goodway not taking the ball. So once again Wigan losing possession. A penalty against Byrne. Infringement at the play of the ball. So a chance for Kerry to pull back 2 points here. So the clock is stopped, and we have a substitution on the far side. It's, as we feared perhaps, Adrian Shelford not completely fit, and he's come off the field, and Gerard Stazika is back on the field where he finished the game on Wednesday at Lee. Peter Williams puts the ball in touch for Salford. So a straightforward drive from Sherritt, but that looked rather slow and cumbersome, and was certainly no problem for the Wigan defence. Switch blindside, and this time the overlap was on, but well spotted by Dean Bell and Ian Gildart as they made the tackle. Tex Evans dangerous player. No way forward there, the former Swinton winger. Is that lost? It has indeed. The play was lost by Salford, and then Jedburn attempted to pick it up. He knocked on as well, so it's going to be scrum down, Wigan ball. Probably Whitfield having a word with the front row, so that's okay, that's fine. That definitely must be offside, I thought, but in fact he's not. The referee allowing the play on there, but it seemed that loose forward Ian Blease was offside. But Worrell looking dangerous, close to the line, but he's lost the ball. No tries to the referee, knock on given. So Worrell going very, very close for Salford then. Hampson made the tackle, the ball was lost, but Wigan failed to capitalise on picking the ball up. Andy Gregory slowly walks round the scrimmage. He wants to make sure that this one's right, and Wigan gain possession. And no problem this time, and Andrew Goodway picks it up, pivots, drifts across, hands off Kerry, pushes off Braggins. What a powerful run from the loose forward. He really is showing some international class already this season. Well, some aggressive tackling there from the second row forwards, Ian Gorman and Andy Mercer. Dennis Betts, a break, looking for support. Just past Gibson, and links inside when Pashy should have carried on going himself. The ball has gone forward. David Cairn saying that I've got possession, but the referee has blown the whistle. And that was a fine break by Dennis Betts, and he'd beaten Steve Gibson, the fullback. But then why he tried to pass, well, perhaps only Dennis Betts will know. Well, that looked like feeding, but it's a one ball for Salford, and Gibson breaks through. Very, very elusive. Chased by Arrow. Williams links. So a lot of lost ball in this game. First Wigan and then Salford. Goodway drifting across, trying to find the gap. So desperate stakes for Wigan then. Preston running away from acting halfback, but no way through that wall of Salford defence. So Kerry, who's had a bit of a hard game again, failing to take hold of Dean Bell this time, but he's certainly missed a few tackles. Gregory Dummers and links with Andy Platt. Powerful break, beautiful link to Betts. This could be a try. Burns in support, that was a good pass. Burns sidesteps Evans, looking for the pass and support, but Salford got back eventually in numbers, but Wigan still in with a chance. Overlap on this right hand side. Gregory steps inside, still strong enough to stay on his feet, and Gildard's going close. Gildard's strong, inches short of that line. Salford have got back in numbers though. That's a good ball. Stazika didn't take it on the burst, but he scored. The class of Andrew Gregory there, putting Gerard Stazika over. So it was that fine run from Dennis Betts, and from the play the ball wide out on this right hand side. Gregory beautifully off-putting the opposition and putting Stazika into the gap, and an easy stroll through for the young substitute. Just half an hour gone then. Steve Kerry restarts the game for Salford. That's a good kick, tested Hampson, but no problems for the fullback. Good strong run from Ian Gildart. Betts again, driving away from acting half-back, and he's certainly Salford having a job holding, particularly Dennis Betts and Andrew Goodway at the moment. So back to Joe Lydon for the kick. That's going to be a testing kick for Steve Hampson and Adrian Hadley. That may well bounce dead though, certainly with the wind behind them in this half, and that's going to be a tap on the 22. Cairns linking with Sherratt again. It looks like the big number 8 is the one who's taking those first strides for Salford, with the second row pairing running wider out. Worrell taking it on, sidestepping off that left foot. Very elusive player for one so tall. Williams sidesteps off his right foot and he tries a variation in the theme. That's a penalty. And really no need for it, because there was plenty of cover on the Wigan side. Kevin Iro and Andy Gregory covering well, but another needless penalty. So can Salford breach this strong Salford defence, Wigan defence? Now a variation on the theme as Salford work the wall move, but no way forward. Gildart and Iro there in defence, so strong. Good tackle from Gerard Staziger, that'll give him a bit of confidence to try, and some good tackling, so he's certainly filling the bill. Kerry has to change direction and runs across field. There's an overlap on this side. Hadley, can he get past Iro? No way forward. Joe Lydon comes in and adds assistance to the tackle. Now Salford moving it wide, the two half-backs linking, and there's an overlap on that side, and Gibson tries to get past Greg. But a beautiful ball from Gibson. Andy Mercer linking, but the Blues have covered well, and Wigan back in a good defensive position once more. But the overlap was certainly on that side. Tex Evans coming on the burst, a set move there from Salford. On the last tackle, Cairns with the kick. It's a little chip, but Nicky Kiss in a good position to pick that ball up. Good play from the hooker. Andy Gregory putting Dennis Betts in the clear. Betts a handful, and he's got Goodway inside him. Andy Goodway and Steve Gibson. Goodway's going to score a marvellous try for Wigan. Brilliant play by Wigan. It was Andy Gregory who decided that ball should come left, and he put a beautiful pass on to the strong running second row forward Dennis Betts. Betts, as he's done several times in this game, broke through that line of defence, and who was in support but Andy Goodway, his back row partner, and Goodway had the pace to outstrip that Salford cover and go over for a tremendous Wigan try just 5 minutes before half-time. Lydon kicks that one over, no problem there. 16-2, Wigan in the lead. So Steve Kerry has to kick off again, and he did a fair amount of that against Widnes last week, and he's doing the same again today. And the way that the back three are running for Wigan is really something. And of course Andy Platt, who's an international second row forward, all loose forward. So the Wigan pack really firing on all cylinders at the moment. So Andy Gregory pushes it back to Lydon. Lydon so simply sidesteps Ian Bees. That's a test for Tex Evans, and it's one that he's lost, but I think that's a knock-on by Andy Goodway as well. So it's going to be a scrum down, and Wigan will win the feed and have chance to put on a set move from the scrum. That's a well-won ball, and this is the move. Beautiful pass there as Iro's in the clear. Iro's going to score. Now that a set move as Kevin Iro scores under the post. It was the set move from the scrum. Jedburn under pressure from Steve Kerry, but managed to hang on to the ball beautifully under pressure, and Iro changing places and coming in from right centre to take that ball in the gap, slicing through and having enough pace to go past Steve Gibson and score another great Wigan try. Another simple kick for Lydon and no problem at all for Joe. 22 points to 2 with just 3 minutes left before half time. Gregley lets that go, and Ian Gildart does a good mopping up job at the back there. Difficult ball to take that, but the young second row forward took it well, and really good, an aggressive run towards the 22. Jed Staziker, who, as we said, had such a very strong season in the Alliance side last year, and he's making the step up look comparatively simple at the moment. Gregory setting it in motion again, Steve Hampson following. Steve Hampson and Cairns, but Cairns gets to the ball first, and it looks as if it's a kick which has gone straight into touch, and it will be a question of whether Robin Whitfield's decided whether it's Cairns or Hampson, and in fact he's decided with Steve Hampson, and so the feed will be to Salford. Cairns feeds and links, certainly the scrimmage is going fairly straightforwardly. The set move from Salford loses the ball in Hampson's tackle, but Evans picks it up. The ball went backwards, and Evans keeping arms flailing, hair flailing. Very aggressive player. Carried dummies, but no way forward and can't find any support. Dean Bell bringing off a fine tackle there. Well, Ian Blaze unable to get rid of that ball in the tackle there from Jed Staziker and Ian Gildart. Colleen Braga having no space there, but gets the ball away. Kerry kicks through, he's got pace. Mark Preston gets back well to cover. This is a good piece of play from Salford, and they've got an overlap on this side as Wigan come back in disarray. Kick through from Braga, that could be a try if he picks it up, but no, he's knocked the ball on, and that's going to be a tap on the 22. As we come therefore to injury time in this first half. Andy Gregory drifting across, Nicky Kiss will take the tap. So just before half time, and I'm sure that the players know that, so they'll make sure that they hang on to possession. We're in injury time now. Platt drives it up, good strong run from the number 10. Gregory looking for support, finds Byrne. Byrne, as he has done several times in this game, pushes off that first tackler with a good strong handoff. Gregory finds the gap, this could be a try before half time. They split the defence wide open. Lob passed over to Preston. Preston has to come back inside. But there is Dean Bell. Has he scored? He has, in injury time in the first half. Gregory has split this Salford defence wide open, and Dean Bell has scored. Well, it was Gregory who made the break, and a fine burst right upfield. Good way was in support. He could have turned it inside to the loose forward, but there was Preston outside. He took the pass well, and not only that, but he linked inside to Dean Bell when he was going to be tackled in the corner, and Bell it is who goes over to put Wigan in the lead by 26 points to 2. Difficult kick for Lydon then, but he's kicked it well. He hit that one like a rocket, but just fades past the post. In fact, his head and changed their mind. Both touch judges changed their mind. The ball has gone over. It's a 2 points for Wigan. The hooter has gone for half time, but it does mean, in fact, that Wigan are leading by the massive margin of 28 points to 2, and what has been a first half spectacle after 10 minutes of aggressive play from Salford. It's Wigan who've been splitting the defence wide open, particularly Dennis Betts and Andy Goodway, who are having a roaring game in this game here at the Willows. But on the bench there, certainly the one on the left hand side, the happier group of people. Graham West, and on the right hand side Kevin Ashcroft must be a little dejected after that first half performance by Salford. And in the stand with us, of course, John Money. He has the elevated view of the game as Robin Whitfield blows the whistle. The second half restarts. Steve Hampson unusually doesn't collect it cleanly. That was an aggressive tackle there by, it looks like, Ian Blease, and certainly the second half starting exactly as the first one did, with rather over-aggressive tactics. Robin Whitfield quite rightly awarding the penalty for the high tackle. So Wigan into what is quite an appreciable win in this second half. But they'll want to consolidate on that. 26 points difference there, and we've seen that Adrian Shelford has come out in the second half, so that's good news for Wigan. And obviously Jerry Stazika, who's gone back off the field. So Wigan with two drives, pushing that ball wide, and that's Blease again giving away a tackle. Not allowing Ian Gildart to play the ball. Certainly a delaying tactic which referees are cutting out quite severely this year. Get the game flowing, plenty of action. Fine kick from Joe Lydon there, pushing Wigan up to the Salford 22. Shelford with the drive, Lydon in support. Aggressive defence from Salford. So we've had one drive. Now the set move, the dummy inside. Betts trying to find a gap, but no way forward for the young second row this time. Byrne taking over again, the inside ball, and again Andy Goodway making headway through. What a good strong play from the loose forward. He's really playing with some tremendous power. The dummy inside again, and Platt almost getting past, please. Variation for Andy Gregory. Shelford trying to go through the gap. No way forward this time. Allows the ball to be released. Hampson, as ever, linking at the back. Good ball to Bell. Intricate play from Wigan as they keep the ball alive, but the Salford defence stays intact as we come to the last tackle. Beautiful ball from Andy Gregory. Dennis Betts is going to go a power over. Oh, what a start to the second half for Dennis Betts and Wigan. The last tackle, Gregory calling the tune. It looked as if he may well have kicked for the corner, but sending out a beautiful pass to Dennis Betts, which he took on the burst. And the powerful second row goes over for his second try. Well, the good news is that Adrian Shelford seems to be perfectly okay after that lengthy injury that he had to the calf. It's Preston. We've not seen a great deal of the Preston flyer so far in this game, but he created that try for Dean Bell in the first half. Gregory looking for runners and finds Dean Bell wide out. Kevin Iro in space, but Williams up quickly. Williams hangs on. Dean Bell linking and supporting well, but no way forward. Or is there? There is indeed. Dean Bell almost bursting through, showing that international form. There's gaps on this side as Gregory puts the ball in, but that's been knocked forward. Play on, says the referee. And I think Robin Whitfield must have missed the knock on. But certainly it's Salford in possession now, a chance for them to attack and try and break their duck. No way. Salford have lost possession. The ball has gone forward, and that has been typical of Salford's play so far. They've made far too many mistakes with the ball. So will there be a set move this time? Kevin Arrow just takes the ball straight from Jed Byrne. The big centre still bustling through. He's going to be a thorn in the Great Britain team side when he plays for New Zealand. That may well have been forward, but play on, says the referee. And Betts still linking well there. Betts in space. Morant comes across. Beautiful rugby from Wigan. Bell takes the ball, goes down. Iro knocks it forward though. So with a chance gone, it looked as if it was going to be a great Wigan try, but Evans just came in and spotted the tackle on Dean Bell. Well, Coach John Money has said that he's here to make Wigan win, and there's a chance for Gregory, beautifully taken at the back of the scrum, despite the attentions of the Salford defence. It's Andy Burgess, number 15, in fact. Penalty for the referee. Aidan Shelford not thinking that he was tackled. The referee said that he was. Dean Bell arguing with Robin Whitfield, but no way forward, and the penalty as Andy Gregory gets some treatment from Keith Mills. The scrum half looking in a little bit of pain. It's a chance for Salford to move it wide. They do with two set moves. Burgess to substitute on, trying to break through this Wigan defence, but no way forward. Kerry losing himself and trying the variation, kicking through, which he does. That looked as if it was a trip. The referee, in fact, has awarded the penalty. Andy Goodway is being sent off for the trip. In fact, it's Kevin Iro. Kevin Iro apparently being sent off the field for the trip. That is the league regulations, and certainly the referee is having a word with the touch, just confirm it, but no way, says the referee. It was a trip, and that is a sending off offence, and Kevin Iro walks distantly off the field. So Wigan down to 12 men. And Salford set up the move, but they've lost the ball again. Knock on, says the referee. Nicky Kiss seemed to get on top of that ball, but the referee has awarded the scrum, and Gregory, who was injured just a few moments ago, comes across to take possession. Ball well won. Wigan down to just 12 men, 5 in the pack, and it's Dennis Betts who's had to come out into the centre. And the way he's been running, it won't matter whether he plays in the centre, full-back or anywhere. He's quite capable of breaking through this Salford defence any time he gets the ball. Adrian Shelford tackle there, so he plays the ball. They're really looking for the gaps. That has been knocked forward by Salford, so it could well be back to 1 as Dennis Betts hangs onto the ball. Referee doesn't signal that the slate has been wiped clean, so we're on to our 4th tackle. Andy Goodway running, drifting across, trying to offload, bursts into Kerry, straightens up and hangs on to that ball. Lydon in with the kick. That could be an easy one for Steve Gibson. It is. So Gibson, who has made one foray and made a superb break in that first half, but really not seen a great deal of him in attack. Evans kicks through. He's got pace, but Hampson spotted it superbly. Lydon inside, sidestepping beautifully, and dummy. Not quite able to get the pass away to Andy Goodway. Great Wigan play set up by Steve Hampson. Overlap on this side, Andy Platt looking for the gap. Strong, aggressive running from the number 10 again. There's the gap, Kiss finds it and offloads to Andy Gregory. So Wigan keeping possession. Gregory stepping out of tackles. Good strong play from the scrum half. Jerry Byrne linking with Adrian Shelford. And offloading the ball well in the tackle. Inside ball, Andy Platt looking for support. Gibson brings off a good tackle. On the last one now. Nicky Kiss offloading. Not a good ball from Shelford to kick through, and that could well be all right. It is indeed, it's a try. Well, from what a mess of a kick. Dean Bell has picked the ball up and scored another try for Wigan. Lydon kicks it, he kicks it, it's over, another 2 points, a great kick from Joe Lydon, putting Wigan in the lead by 38 points to 2. Well, despite the fact that they're down to 12 men, it doesn't seem to have made much difference. They've scored another try, and Steve Kerry again getting plenty of practice at kicking off, and Ian Gildart getting plenty of practice at picking up the ball. Preston trying to find a gap, but no way forward as Ian Sherratt brings him down. Now good way the loose forward, straightening up, trying to force his way through that gap. Playing with that strap right hand, could be a crack bone, but he's playing on and keeping some continuity into this Wigan side. So on the last tackle, Lydon already back in position, straight behind the play the ball. Lydon sidesteps Worrell and only just gets away from him. He puts the testing kick in for Steve Gibson. Preston hangs on. And Dean Bell comes in as well, so no way forward. Ian Bragger, who had quite a strong game for Salford last season, really had no way forward, and there's no way forward there. That's an obstruction. David Cairns, who is the Salford captain, getting a little bit confused there, and there's certainly no way that Salford are going to get out of this hole at the moment. They're way behind in points and way behind in ideas, and it's Wigan who are controlling matters all the way now. Lydon finds the touch. Wigan are going to set up another series of plays from the penalty. Adrian Shelford driving aggressively. They may not need any, the way the big number 8's running. Held close to the line. Eventually Adrian Shelford gets up. The miss move. Goodway takes it on the burst and offloads. Hampson trying to get past Kerry, straightens up, kicks over the top, obstruction there from Blease. The referee not allowing it, but certainly Steve Hampson, who is spring-heeled when he goes up for that ball, could well have got to it. There was obstruction by Ian Blease, but the referee perhaps unsighted. Steve Hampson looking for support, pushes into Evans. Evans comes over the top. Hampson plays the ball. So Evans getting into a bit of a flurry, but pushing his hand in Mark Preston's face. Bit of mild support there from the Salford fans for Tex Evans, but 3 tackles is nothing compared to what is really needed. Gregory bursting off. Beautiful inside ball, but good Salford cover on the inside. Shelford trying and testing himself against this Salford defence, but it's the last tackle. There's a wide ball called, and Gregory's certainly there. That kicks over the top. Dennis Betts moving up quickly. It bounces right. Oh, it bounces well for Kerry. Great kick from Andy Gregory. Hadley showing some strength down that left wing. But we've seen very little of Adrian Hadley in this game. Salford have been able to really get the ball that wide. They've been unable to keep possession to build up the opportunities for their three quarters. Here's a chance wide out now. Dean Bell spotted it. But there's again pressure in the tackle. That could be a penalty. But no, Andy Gregory appealing. David Cairns regains possession for Salford. Kerry flicking it out. Gibson in space. Hadley, first chance. But again, lost possession. And Salford, the bench in the background, must be so disappointed in the way they played today. But we have to say that Wigan have put the pressure on them. As we come up to almost 20 minutes played in this game. Preston, can he get past Tex Evans? No way forward. Good tackle from the Salford wing. Not much space forward from Dean Bell, but the aggression of the centre there well in evidence as he tried to burst through those forwards. Beautiful ball to Goodway. Goodway in space, linking with Betts. The ball has gone down. That could well be a knock forward. It is indeed. Shelford in support. Good support from the number 8. But another fine break from Andrew Goodway, and Dennis Betts linking as ever. The final pass just going astray. Salford win possession and Gibson comes into the line. Good cover from Byrne, good communication between him and Steve Hampson. So just halfway inside the Salford half. They're struggling to get out of their own half, in fact. Such is the pressure, even of just the 10 men, the 12 Wigan men. Offside. Dennis Betts, I think, offside on that far side. Cairns decide the best way to beat Wigan is to keep the ball alive and get it going quickly. But Dean Bell spots it well, and not only does he make the tackle, but he also blocks the ball at the same time. So effective covering from the Wigan captain. Kerry recovered well there. It looked as if he'd lost it again, and Andy Gregory limping away with an injury. An overlap on that side. It could be a chance, but no. Good cover again. This time from Joe Lydon. Cairns linking wide, but still no overlap. Still no overlap. Tex Evans. Good cover from Wigan once more. There are gaps in the defence, but they've been spotted up. And there, a good tackle from Jed Byrne as he moved up on that right-hand side. Gibson trying to get the Salford line moving, but no way again forward as we come to the last tackle. Kerry tries a kick from Atkin halfback. Andy Goodway takes it well and drifts away and powers into Tex Evans. This is Preston. This could be a try, but not many people can pass Mark Preston. He's going, he's going to score. Beautiful play from Mark Preston. It was the kick from Steve Kerry from Atkin halfback, which Goodway gratefully accepted under the post. And a powerful loose forward took it beautifully. He then took 3 tackles and offloaded the ball to Mark Preston on this left wing. Preston in full pace. Nobody was going to stop him. He fooled Gibson, thinking he was going to go outside. Sidestepped inside and then ghosted away under the post for a beautiful Wigan try. Lydon adds on the 2 points. Wigan in the lead. So that Lydon conversion putting the score up to 44 points to 2. As Ian Gildart comes out once again, we've got John Gilfillan onto the field as substitute. So lost possession by Shelford then, and giving a chance to Salford. So can Salford open up this Wigan defence? Will Wigan have the concentration and the purpose to keep their defensive line intact? Salford was certainly capable of scoring tries from any distance last season, but today they've been stifled by this very strong defence, and just as I say that, Mercer goes over for the try. Gregory's attempted tackle not sufficient, and it's Andy Burgess in fact who's gone over for the Salford team. There was a lost possession then from Shelford, which eventually allowed Salford to build up possession inside the 22, and that movement on the right hand side with the overlap and the attempted tackle from Andy Gregory burst through by young Andy Burgess, and he went over for perhaps a consolation try for Salford. So Jerry Stasica comes onto the field, and Adrian Shelford being taken off once more. So we hope that's not too serious, but certainly he's had two bursts, one in the first half and one in the second half, and hopefully that means he's going to be fit for the coming campaign. Was that a knock on? No, says the referee. Referee looked into his touch judge. The touch judge said no, so it was a fumble, but it didn't touch the ground. So Sherritt driving forward, but Byrne, beautiful tackle from the number 6. Kerry almost playing 7 aside there. He's quick, he's got pace, but really he's not going to get through this Wigan defence with that sort of a tactic. Good defence from Jed Stasica there and Andy Platt. So they're moving well. Andy Platt charged it down. That's okay. That's a try. That's a try for Andy Platt. Pressure on the kicker. Steve Gibson tried to just chip the ball over the top, but Andy Platt putting the pressure on, charged the kick down, picked it up cleanly, shot through for really another gift try. But with Joe Lydon off the field, it's Andy Gregory. So with Joe Lydon off the field, John Gilfillan replaced him. It's Andy Gregory taking over the kicks. He couldn't have had an easy one to start off with, and he's got the 2 points, and that has made it 50 points to Wigan, 6 to Salford. Once again, Steve Kerry kicks off, and once again Steve Hampson gathers and links with Ian Gildart. Stasica, strong and fit, looking very sound indeed. Well, that's first touch of the ball really for John Gilfillan. Came on a substitute, of course, against Widnes. Gregory prompting and probing, trying to find good way again, almost drifting through, but lost possession this time, and that's lost again. Possession for Wigan after a hodgepodge there. Jed Byrne diving on that loose ball. Gregory trying to get it through, but that was lost in the tackle. Trying to get that ball round the back as he hit the gap, just not quite managing it. And you can understand, I think, the desire of Wigan to want to keep this ball alive. They're winning by 50 points to 6, and really they can afford to do anything they like. No way forward this time. Evans came in well from the blindside wing, but no way forward from that ensuing pass. Mark Brown, who's had a quiet game. So just over 10 minutes left for play, and Braga, who has got pace but can't break through, but links with Gibson. Salford linking through, try scorer Andy Burgess. Ken's linking his side to Bleeds, but good cover again as Tazika fills that hole up at the play the ball. Well, we just 11 minutes left for play here, and that's a chip over the plate. A chase between Evans and Preston. Evans won the chase of the ball, but the ball bounces off his foot. So a little time for the scrum to settle as Robin Whitfield gets involved again, having a chat to the front rows, but it's Wigan in space and Byrne pushes off Kerry once more. He certainly will have enjoyed his return to the Willows as Goodway bursts through, and he's enjoyed his day today as well. Good strong running, which made him such a hit as the Great Britain forward, and his stints out in Australia. Capable of breaking most defences on his day, the most powerful of players. The half-back's link. Gregory decides to step inside and still tries to offload, but Mick Worrell gets a hand on it. Steve Hampson in position, pushing it through. That's a good angle kick from the full-back. It may well go dead. In fact, it's just gone over the line. So just a slight miscue there from Steve Hampson, but almost a perfect kick. Gibson has got some space there. Bell spots it and comes in. Another fine tackle from the New Zealander, killing the ball at the same time. Gregory going high, good aggressive tackle. It certainly wasn't over the head. Andy Mercer saying that it was across the head, but it certainly wasn't. Kerry kicks through, he's got pace. Hampson's coming for it. Courage from that full-back. It could well be a penalty. It is indeed. It came off Steve Hampson. That's a penalty to Salford. But it's a scrum. In fact, I thought the referee had awarded a penalty, but in fact it's a scrum down. Brave play from the full-back, but you'd expect nothing less from Steve Hampson. That could well be one against the head, but in fact it's not. Cairns has pounced on it. And Gregory pulling off another good tackle, well tackled by the number 7. Williams, we've seen little of the former England fly half. Wigan defending well. The 12 men far too good for the Salford 13. Gregory picks it up and eludes Hadley and links with Hampson as he takes that ball on the burst. Beautiful play from the fullback, looking fresh and alert at the back. Always wanted to get into the action, get on with the game. So Andy Gregory dictating the play and saying where the ball should be going. Andy Platt unable to play the ball. The link wide out. Bell's there. Betts in there, but it's still gone backwards, and Wigan keeping the ball alive. Gildart loses possession, but it's play on, and it's back to 1. So, first tackle, Gregory linking and finding that hole close by. Good play. Beautiful support play. Goodway. Can Goodway get past Gibson? He gets past Gibson and Evans and links with Kiss. The ball's gone backwards and Salford have got possession. So at the last second, the move just being spoiled, but really strong play once again from Andy Goodway, and that's a tackle into touch. So Wigan working that ball move for the scrum, and Hampson is coming in for a try. Steve Hampson over for another try. the set move from the scrum once more, and it was Steve Hampson who came in with superb timing and left the Salford defence in tatters. So Andy Gregory again with the simplest of conversions. And no mistake, 56-6. This is some beating for Salford. The tired right leg of Steve Kerry then once more kicking off. And once more Ian Gildart taking the ball, so he's really been in the right position all the time. Stazika driving away from the base of the play the ball. John Gilfillan looking for a gap but not able to find it. Gregory working the short side, finding the gap. That was a high tackle there from Blease again, as the scrum half walked all over him. It certainly was a high tackle on Andy Gregory. Byrne, long ball out to Dennis Betts. Can he step inside? He does do. We've seen little of Dennis, of course, in this second half. He's out there in the centre. Byrne missed kicks there and it bounces back. It could well be in field. Kerry's going to kick this. He could well score. He's gone dead. So Steve Kerry showing the sort of pace that he's got, but really his linking as a halfback for Salford has really not been that effective as we come to the last 4 minutes of play. Good way drifting across and almost bursting through again, linking once more almost with Dennis Betts. So just approaching the halfway line, the dummy inside again, the long ball there, but that's intercepted by Williams. Dennis Betts is covering, great tackle from Dennis Betts, and that's fairly typical of Salford's play today. Williams with the chance to put Hadley in at the corner, under pressure from a fine tackle from Dennis Betts, and the pass goes astray and into touch. Well, the ball shooting out on the Salford side, so one against the head for them as Hadley gets the ball fairly close. He's strong, but not strong enough to get past John Gilfillan, who'd followed him inside. There's an overlap on this side, but they still can't take advantage of it as they slow it down. Kerry tackled by Hampson, but still an overlap here. Ian Bragg's strong, but not stronger than Dean Bell. He's flicked the ball inside. The flag's gone up. That'll be a scrum with just 2 minutes left. Andy Gregory feeds. It comes out the back well, and Wigan adventurous close to their line. John Money known for attacking ploys from inside his own 22, and that Parramatta side that he coached, very successful with people like Steve Ella and Brett Kenny. And he's got the same sort of players here today, and there's one of them, Dean Bell, showing his aggression as Steve Gibson tries to knock him to the ground. Betts still very strong there, but that's a high tackle from Blease. Andy Platt again driving away, and that's been one really big difference between the two sides today. When Wigan have taken that ball up in the forwards, they've been aggressive and strong, and they've forced errors in the defence of the Salford side. And of course here's one other difference, Andy Gregory, who's orchestrated the whole affair. His distribution and organisation. Hampson with the kick on the last tackle. Gibson takes a swirling ball well, but has to go to the floor. No way forward through that funnel of a defence as Wigan moved up well on that Steve Hampson kick. Evans linking well with Moran. The support from Braga inside. Preston's chasing, that's a try. On the stroke of the final whistle, Ian Braga has scored a very good try for Salford. Moran in position to take the pass, and he bursts through, and a very fine pass to the supporting Ian Braga has given Salford a consolation try. Kerry kicks the conversion over then, and so the score 56 points to 12 as we are in the first minute of injury time. The final hooter has gone. It's been a fine 4 days for Wigan. The win against Leigh on Wednesday night, and now this fine emphatic victory here at the Willows, fully avenging last year's defeat here by 56 points to 12. Well, with me after the game here at the Willows, I've got Andrew Goodway, who had an outstanding game at loose forward. Andrew, you're really looking sharp. Have you had a good pre-season training session?
Yeah, I've taken it nice and easy this off-season. Last off-season I think I overtrained. This year I've just trained as I feel, you know, so it seems to be paying off.
The performance today, I mean, you and Dennis Betts were tearing holes in the Salford defence after about the first quarter now when the defence was quite tight. Have you sort of worked up some sort of relationship and understanding with Dennis?
Well, not really. Like I said, I think it was last year, I said that such players as Ian Gildart and Dennis Betts were going to come through and be good players. And all I do is I just tend to talk to them, and they seem to respect me, you know, giving them advice or helping them along. And they help me as much as I try and help them, so that's the kind of rapport you try and build up with younger players.
The whole team performance today was built around a very solid base, the pack performing very well indeed, but the defence again was outstanding. I mean, Salford really didn't have any answers to what was a very strong Wigan defence. Yeah,
it was we played quite well defensively, but we lost far too much ball. You know, you can't win. Fortunately we did win, but I think against a good side we'd have probably struggled because we lost that much ball.
So you're disappointed in the first half that actually the possession was being knocked out of your hands quite several times in defence?
Oh yeah, we lost far too much ball. You know, but these are things that we can improve on with John, and it can only get better really.
Looking just a little bit further ahead, Lancashire-Yorkshire game, Rodstock War of the Roses, it may be that you may be in confrontation against Dennis Betts.
Well, you know, whether I get picked or hopefully I get picked, I shall spank his bottom with a bit of luck.
But still a Yorkshireman obviously, and you'll be out to win that game.
Oh yeah, I'm out to win every single game that I play, whether it be for Wigan or Yorkshire or Great Britain. You know, that's the way I am.
What about Great Britain, Andy? Because you're turning on the sort of performances now, even though it's early season, the sort of performances that put you in the frame up in the first line for Great Britain, and you went out to Australia with that sort of form, and it looks as if you're getting back to that sort of shape now.
Well, if selected, I'll play. If I'm not, you know, if Malcolm really wants to pick somebody else, some younger players, then let him pick him. I'm quite happy to play for Wigan and give 100% for Wigan.
But you're certainly enjoying your game at the moment.
Oh yeah, it's good fun, you know.
Well, thanks very much, Andrew. With me also after the game, I've got Wigan's fullback Steve Hampson. Steve, Salford last year proved quite a tough hurdle. In fact, you lost the game here, and then they gave you quite a stiff game in the Lancashire Cup final. But today, different matter, wasn't it?
Yeah, obviously we went out today with a bit more aggression than what we did last year, knowing that they actually beat us last year and gave us a pretty hard game at Central Park. But we was pleased with today's performance. Obviously, we've been trying to get our new moves with John Money, and obviously they've came off in the last two games.
You yourself scored a try from the scrum. Was that a set move?
Yeah, it was really. It wasn't the actual move that should have come off, but Jed laid it off, put me into a gap, so it made it a bit easier for myself. But a few moves that we actually put on today came off.
The other thing that John Money's put into the schedule, of course, is the pre-match warm-up, which is out on the pitch. I mean, how are you taking to that?
Well, believe it or not, the only reason that happened was because when we played at Leigh, the kick-off was delayed for 10 minutes, and John said, do you fancy going out and warming up? So obviously we said yeah, and when we came to Salford, with the changing rooms being so big, like, not giving us a lot of room, as you already know, Alan, we went out and just had a warm-up, so hopefully we'll be doing this for the next season.
On a personal note, Steve, you went out to Australia and you've had 12 months continuous rugby. What was the experience like for you in Australia?
It was a good experience for me. The conditions didn't actually help, Mike, because as some people already know, it was raining for the 8 weeks we was out there. It rained for 8 weeks, we was out there for 12, so it didn't give us much time to actually do anything in the dry conditions. So I was just playing in mud every week. It wasn't good. But playing 12 months, I don't think it's done me any harm. I feel as though I've got a bit of confidence back in my attack, and I just have to tighten up on my defence. But I enjoyed it, and it was a good experience.
And as far as this season concerned, Great Britain spot, hopefully, or certainly in the squad, are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, obviously it's between myself and Alan Tate. Alan's been playing very well at Widnes, and I'll be pushing him for it. I mean, he's got he's one step ahead of me, obviously, because of the French games last year. But you never know, things happen. That's probably the reason he got in, because I got injured last year. But we'll go about it. I mean, good luck to Alan, and hopefully I can push him out.
But today's game, another good win. You've had a good 4 or 5 days here, haven't we, with the Leigh win and today's win?
Yeah, tremendous. Everything's coming right now. John's settling in, the lads are settling into his play. So hopefully we'll destroy Chorley on Friday.
Well, thanks, Steve. And after that very convincing win here at the Willows, the next game is rather earlier than anticipated. It's next Friday, it's at Leigh, and it's against Chorley in the first round of the Lancashire Cup. We look forward to seeing you there.